Hi guys, welcome along. Okay, we're in my shed today. So it's not a metal detecting video, something slightly different. I'm going to be fixing some jewellery. What I've got fixed today is this bracelet. It should have a jump ring and join the two together. So it's not actually broken as such, it's just a little bit missing. What it should look like, find it, there's that one. Right, so what we've got missing is a little ring bit just there. If I bring it a bit closer, you might be able to see that. Yeah, that little ring bit is missing. So I'm going to make a new one of them, and we're going to add it, and then we're going to solder it on with silver solder so that it never come off again. Okay, so we've got the jumper ring. Just going to put a bit on, thread that on, and thread the main body part on. What we've got to do is make sure we get a very tight fit. Now, ordinarily that would probably do. So now that can now fasten up. And that would be it fixed. But we're not going to do that. No. What we're going to do actually, we're going to solder that. The tiny little gaps that's not quite there. Can be a little bit fiddly. Oh yes, a little picky. Can be a little bit fiddly getting it just right. Getting it just so. That's a lot better. I can see that at all. Probably not. Right. Okay. I'm gonna get blowtorch out. I'm gonna set that up and get back to this. Okay, so I wasn't able to show that on camera. It was too hard and fiddly, you know. But anyway, that's it back on there now and soldered on. Now I've left it a bit meaty, if you like, because I would like to leave a bit more meat on the bone on the joint. It kind of makes it look not perfectly round because it's got a little bit extra matter on there. You can see that. You hardly notice it really, but yeah, there's a lot more meat on the bone, and that won't come apart now. That'd be pretty damn good. So that should just collect together again like that, and that is it. That's it, fixed. It won't come apart again like that again. Okay, so what we do now, we're put it in a tumbler. I know it looks a bit blingy, but it's actually quite dirty. And we'll put it in a tumbler for an hour or two, and that should make that nice and clean. And we'll see results in a bit. Okay. Okay, so that's sitting there for the next couple of hours. Spinning around and all a little stainless steel shot with foam in there. Actually, it's not too bad. Ooh. You can see the matter in there. I'll do a turn tap on. Do a rinse. like this. Put it onto one side. And here's the bracelet that we repaired. Nice and shiny. Okay, so there's that bracelet, lovely and clean. It's just like new now, really. It's certainly as clean as what you're going to get in the shop. So we'll package that up and send that back out. Awesome. Right, I've got something else to do. I've got some instructions here. And this is to make a ring from this coin. So we've got a Jewellery 1889, so it's Victoria, and this is a metal protecting fine. That's why it's a bit black and grubby. The person who wanted this ring made, it's kind of special for me to make this one, and this is the instructions they gave me. Hi John, my wedding ring, I think it's a size Y, 21.5mm by 6mm, between 6 or 7mm wide would be good, but whatever you think looks good, thanks. I really didn't sign it, but that's Colin. Okay, so I'm going to make that ring. Stick with us, and we'll get to it quite shortly. So what we're going to do, we're going to anneal this, heat it up. Get my old blowtorch out. Just heat this coin up. And what it's going to do, it's going to soften the silver because we can dunk it in water. So that's pretty much there. Just got to quickly dunk this in water. Okay, so that's the coin annealed. Take that off. Okay, what we're going to do, put that in a coin card. So I put it in, doesn't matter which way around it goes, and just pops in. Okay, and what you got on that side, that'd be the hole punch, and that's a coin and a card. Okay, my cutting tool is from Pepe Tools. It's jeweler's grade, but unfortunately it's left in the shed and it's gone a bit rusty. I can still use it, but a bit disappointed really for the amount of money I paid for this, because it weren't cheap at all. Anyway, so let me see if I can tilt you down a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. Or if I bring the camera down a little bit like that. Okay, so what we've got are these little holes, and a little knob there. We can squeeze it down, open it up, and what we do, I try to just like this. So we slide it into roughly where it's going to go, and this one's 5/16, so, and I pre-grease this up, let it go in the hole, and literally just got to, I can't do that, I've got to do it down on the bench. So line that up. Okay, so that's in place now. Let me show that. So there's a coin card. That's not going anywhere. And I'll put another card in the other side to even the diameter. Tighten that down. And what we're going to do now is we're going to push that through. Now I use a hydraulic press for that. I'll just pop this through and I'll show you what we get. Okay, so there it is in the press, and then bring it down to it makes almost contact, so I need to nipple it around a little bit. About there. And this one is a 6-ton jack basically. So start pushing down on it. And that's it, just punch through. That's all the way through. Right, give me a second, I'll spin it back round. Right, so before I start, I've got some rough edges in there, so I'm just gonna take these out, deburr it, so to speak. And then do the same on the other side. Right, so the hole leaves it a little bit sharp. Okay, it's almost there. A little bit more that side. It doesn't really matter at this stage, it just makes it a little bit easier later on. Okay, so there we go. We have a polo, so to speak. Okay, so that is stage 1 completed. And now what we're going to do, we're going to form it. So give me a second. Alright, so every coin I make, every ring I make, shall I say, is individual, and it has different requirements as I go along. So what I'm going to look for now, I've got these little formers, is a good fit. That's not too bad. I'll try on that side. Actually, that side's almost perfect. Almost, but not quite. Yeah, that is perfect actually. I'll show you that. That was perfect. So every coin is unique, and depending which way you have the coin, flip which way is how we're going to have the pattern. In this case, we want the crown, which is the head of Victoria, on the inside, not the outside, because there's not much of a head left. So just going to line that up a little bit better than that. Try and keep it all pretty even. I'm just going to pop this down a little bit of pressure on it. And that should give us our dome shape. I don't want to go all the way through straight off. Okay, so let's take this back to the bench. Right, so we're back at the bench now. Let's get that out of the way. I'm going to take this ball out. This little Delrin ball. That's quite well in there, isn't it? There you go, pop that out. And you can see I've made a conical shape. Just started to. I don't want to go too far. So we're going to pop that round into that one. And I think on this one I'm going to use, I know what I want to use, maybe one of them. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, look. Okay, so what we're doing, we're folding it, we're turning it inside out. So we're gonna, might be able to do that on the, I'm not going to show you every stage because it'd be forever otherwise. I'll just pull it down a little. check that. Okay, so we're getting more of a domey shape now. Make sure I don't go down too far. Yeah, that'd be alright. Make sure it's kind of even way around. Otherwise I get a bit of a wobble and we will be in trouble. A wobble is when the ring's uneven. I'll just push it down a bit more. Okay, there's our dome. What we do now, we'll anneal that again to keep that silver soft. I'll get back to you 1 second. Right, so just anneal it again, heat it up, keep the silver nice and soft. Oh, malfunction. Right, as I said, we'll just anneal that again, keep the silver nice and soft. We'll heat it up. Best thing to do is anneal it pretty much every time you play with it, because it gets work hardened, the silver gets hard. I mean, what I've done so far is quite nice and easy, it's still soft. Okay, I'll get that in water. I've done the blowtorch for a second. Put that on one side. Okay, so stick that in another former. Do you know what? Probably don't need to stick it in a former. I will though, just one more time. Put a different one in, I think. Not that one. Close, but not quite there. No, not that one. That was close. Maybe the original one I had it in. Was that this one? Too far down. Way too far down. Right, no. So we'll either go with that one or this one. Or that one. So I'm just trying out these different formers and see which fits best. Too small. Too small. Right, we're going to go with that one. The top of the ring is just slightly pruned out above it. I think we're good. So we'll look for next size up, which is that one. Yeah, it'll be fine. Just like that. I'm going to stick that in there again. They're going to go in there. A bit tight. Okay, we're going to have to go with that one. Okay, so I use number 1 press on that. That's in there. Pull that off. And it's looking kind of starting to look a bit like a ring in it, really. Okay, so what we do next? Okay, so we're gonna put this on here now. Take that off. It's not a big fat ring yet, is it? We're going to open it up, we're going to flare it. So what happens is I pull the handle and it opens these spines up and down. Okay, like so. So there's a bit of work involved in this. do a little bit, twist it, and turn it. I'll come back to you in a second. It's kind of hard to hold a camera and do this at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna switch over tactics now. I've got these much larger formers rather than the ones I started, which are little baby ones. What we're going to do, what do we call this? Swiss wrap? I think it's a method called Swiss wrap. Okay, so what it basically means is we get our proposed ring. It's going to be a bit bigger than that. Get another roll of that stuff. Okay, so we get some plumbing PTFE tape. And what we do, it protects the coin because we're going to push through the larger former now. We go around and around, several times really. And what it does, it protects the silver from getting marked, because metal on metal is never a good idea. Okay, so what we've done, we've inserted the coin into the barrel and we push this down onto the coin, or should I say ring. And yeah, it's not too bad. Hasn't gone all the way through yet. I go into there. Okay, so we can spin that around there. Right, we're getting there. It's almost got a straight edge on it now. So I think we're going to try and push that all the way through. So put that back in there. I'm just going to push that down. Now I think that would pop out now. Okay, so you can just see the ring starting to protrude through the bottom. But we're going to try and push that through the last little bit, just to pop it out. So to do that, I need to push down on something. Okay, so there's our coin, or should I say ring? How shall I refer to it now? Is it a ring or a coin? I'll take this PTFE tape off. We're starting to get there. It's looking like a ring, but it's not a ring yet. Okay. We need to size it, so let's see how we do it size wise. Alright, we're looking for size Y. At the moment, that is the size Z plus 3. All the way around. And size Z plus 2. So that side's smaller than that side. Okay, so we're too big, aren't we? That's a good thing, because we want it to be too big. We want that to be too big. Exactly what we want, because we're going to crush it down again. Okay, so right there. Okay. Now what we need to do really is anneal that before we start again. Okay, I've just quickly gone over the ring. It's looking black because it's gone on the big polishing machine. So I'm going to use some Mother's polish. It will go black as ace spades when I put this on. get pretty hot pretty quick. Right, I'll crack on polishing this and I'll get back to you. Okay, so there's the finished product. 1889. So I'm going to spin it round. You can probably just about see. Oh, I'll turn it over actually. You can see the pattern and design still left intact. Britannia. And, and some writing in the inside still. And Victoria. So there you go, people. That's a coin ring. Still got the same detail on it as it had before. And I think just here, what is it? No. What do I do with that? Ah, there we go. And then that's the piece we knocked out earlier. So there's Victoria's head, and that's the reverse, which is the shield. So that came out the centre. That came out the centre. Oop. And that is a size Y. So we will bag that up, put it in the post, and that is going back to where it once came from. Okay, so that's how we make a coin ring. Hope that was of interest to you. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.